to be, but that's yoga for you. It's a beautiful practice. So you find, good morning, Chelsea. We're just starting in our toe opening pose. So as you find this place, and make sure that all the toes are untucked, just see if you can find a place to rest inside of the discomfort. It's going to start feeling a little funky for a moment, but I just wanted to connect with you all and share a few thoughts that I've been having. I just flew from New York to Oregon on Monday, which was a really wild experience for many reasons, with traveling during quarantine and COVID and just everything that was going on. It was really kind of surreal. But something that I missed about flying, I love traveling, and something I missed about flying that I kind of forgot about, I guess, is that moment that you go above the clouds and it's like, it's so quiet. And it almost, I sometimes like wonder what astronauts feel like truly, like we can't really experience that when you look down on the planet if you're all the way up there. But there's something so calming about being above the clouds. And in yoga, if you're getting uncomfortable, you can put your fingertips on the ground also. Don't want to stress you all out too much. But in yoga, we talk about like, oh, like the mind is like the wind and like the clouds. Like there's this beautiful metaphor of like all the sort of wildness of the mind. And just taking this moment to like step above and look back down. It's not that you step above and you just go off into this beautiful liberation, man. It's like, how can you, like, it was just something that I kind of wanted to share with y'all. It can be something that you explore in your own mind, but it's like taking a step above your mind and looking back down and having a moment of gratitude for ourselves and for all that we're doing. Go ahead and untuck your toes and just sit back onto the heels and shift the hips side to side. Yeah, because I think we get, humans are amazing and wild, and we get so caught up in the tumultuous sort of ebbs and flows of our day-to-day life that we don't always see what all is going on. And that is a practice of yoga, is to be able to witness. But maybe we can witness from an even like higher, quieter place, if only for a moment. It's quite beautiful. Even if we can imagine it, if we've been on an airplane before, it's like you just close your eyes for a moment and just imagine. If you can bring it into the mind's eye, then there's something that can happen that drops into the body. So that is sort of where my mind is at today. Feels quite spacey and sweet, but we'll get a little bit more grounded. And so if you're ready, you can make your way into a child's pose. That's where we'll start today. And you can keep the knees together and reach the fingertips nice and long in front of you. Reaching the hips back nice and far. If you push into the palms, it can give you a little bit more traction, and then just allowing the forehead to rock side to side. Taking a moment to just come into the body. There's a lot of wildness that we were just sort of reflecting on, and at the end of the day too, like, we can come back to our bodies, this beautiful home that is always there for us. So as we begin to allow the cells of the body to settle, we can begin to tune into the breath. This gentle breath, this wave of air that passes through us. We can feel the inhale against the upper thighs as the belly expands. Noticing the back of the rib cage opening. And as you exhale, And softly allowing the bones to fall. You can let the elbows drop down to the earth. And see if you can find a sweet passive shape here. When we step above everything, perhaps it's easier to see all that we can be grateful for. But in this moment of still quiet, we can just be with ourselves as well. A moment of sweetness as we step onto the mat. And offering our Guru Mantra. Amagyana Timarandasya, Gyananjana Shalataya, Chakshur Unmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through the mouth. Inhaling to feel the body expand. And exhaling to feel the body fall. Nice and heavy. As you inhale, noticing the base of the pelvis expanding, belly open, back of the rib cage opens, heart open. And exhaling, bones fall closer to the center of the body. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Letting the earth receive you. More and more deep breath in here. So soft. Exhaling, letting it go. And beginning to curl the fingertips a little bit farther forward. Could even lift the gaze slightly between the fingertips. Seeing if you can really open up the armpits here. And then pressing into the fingertips, allowing the hips to reach back even farther towards the heels. Maybe finding a slight rock in the hips. Just massaging the inner creases of the pelvis. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, letting it go. And shifting the hips over to the right heel, almost like you're sitting just on the right heel. And begin walking the fingertips over to the left side. And maybe bringing the left fingertips closer to the body to give you a little bit more traction here. And inhale to reach the spine a little bit longer. And as you exhale, allowing the body to fall over, really finding that deep space in the right side body. You press into the right fingertips, it really opens up all the way into that right hip. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale, expanding. And exhaling to fall a little bit closer to the earth. And take one more breath here. And as you exhale, walking back towards center, pausing in the center for a moment, finding that nice long spine, fingertips tented, a little bit of a rock in the hips. And there's a good amount of compression here, so just noticing this, it becomes a little bit uncomfortable and seeing if you can continue for a little bit longer. Take a deep breath in and exhaling to shift the hips over to the left heel this time. And then walking the palms over to the right, pressing into the earth. Maybe right palm comes closer to the body. And then exhaling to reach that left hip over to the left side, opening up the armpit, the rib cage, the side body. Take a 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale, softening. Deep inhale. Exhale. See if you can let the back of the neck be soft. One more deep breath. And exhale, palming, walking the palms back to the front of the mat. This time you can plant the palms into the earth and just find that rock once more. From here, we're going to make it our way through some waves, but see if we can really be present here. So we're going to begin by tucking the chin towards the tailbone, almost like we're making our way through a cat. And then as we continue to tuck, the pelvis lifts, and then eventually the pelvis will begin to fall between the palms, and then the crown of the head rises. Yeah, take a deep breath in here, pressing into the palms, opening up the front of the body. And exhaling to be soft. We're going to reverse that. So beginning by tucking the chin into the chest. Tailbone continues to tuck towards the chin as well. Just directionality. And then as you press into the palms, the hips begin to shift all the way back, making your way through that cat spine, all the way back to your child's pose. Yeah, the knees might be a little bit wider now. That's okay. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling fully, planting the palms as you inhale, chin tucks into the chest, tailbone tucks down, finding that cat spine as you move through the spine, really rounding. Chin stays tucked until the hips drop, and then the head gently lifts. There should be a nice massage in the back of the body, and then a nice yummy opening in the front of the body. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And tucking the chin into the chest, finding that reverse. So seeing if you can really connect the chin with the tailbone. Yeah, just a nice line of energy as you press into the palms, shifting the hips all the way back. We'll make our way through that about 3 more times. You can go at your own pace, seeing if you can link some breath to this as well. It might feel good to go breath to movement as you inhale to tuck and lift. Exhaling to drop the hips, taking a moment, just exploring this on your own or with me if you'd like. But seeing if you can really find that wave, yeah? We're moving through a variation of cat-cow actually, which is kind of interesting. But just have at it as you like. Do what feels good. Making sure to continue the breath. The breath is the most important part of really anything that we do today. Maybe making your way through one more of these. And then we'll meet in a tabletop. So once you find that tabletop with the cat spine, you can sort of relax the spine and find your tabletop, maybe adjusting a little bit. Shoulders are right over the wrists, knees are right underneath the hips. And then from here, we're going to find our cow spine. So dropping the belly, allowing the gaze to lift and allowing the tailbone to lift and pausing here. We're going to break this down a little bit. I was just playing with this morning. It feels really good. Yeah, we love this, especially in the morning. It feels so yummy to really open the front of the body. Oftentimes we crunch our neck. So seeing if you can elongate the back of the neck. And then imagine that your knees are spreading apart the mat from within. It's almost like you're spreading the bottom of the pelvis. Yeah, it's like your knees are reaching apart. Depending on your pants, you might slip a little bit. So just be mindful of that. It's really opening up the base of the pelvis so that you make space for the lumbar spine to drop and open up the belly. Yeah. From here, bend the elbows slightly and then draw them into the rib cage and extend them once again to engage the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth this time. Feels yummy. And then from here, just gently tucking the chin and the tailbone under, finding that cat spine. You can make your way through a few cat-cows, just kind of, now that we've gone into the depths of the postures, finding what that means for you. As you move through these postures, maybe you begin to invite some intuitive movement. It's quite early over here. I know it's a good time of the day to practice over there, 10 o'clock, depending on where you're at, I should assume. Yeah, so just finding the expansiveness of your exploration, whether that's just directly through your cat-cows or maybe through some sort of intuitive movement here. Continuing that breath. Eventually just finding yourself in your tabletop once again. Really strong arms. The shoulder blades are attached to the rib cage and you can press into the tops of the feet slightly to engage the belly. As you're ready, you can extend the right leg back. Toes can tuck under to the back of the mat. And just give yourself a little bit of feedback here by pressing into the toes. Yeah, it's a nice stretch in the back of the right leg as well. Just taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And from here, just turning into the right heel, left shin turns out. We'll find our side plank variation to open up the side of the body. So you can inhale the right fingertips high, making sure the left shoulder is right over the left wrist. Inhaling to reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, fingertips reach over towards the front of the mat. As you inhale, you can roll the spine open, heart opens towards the sky. And as you exhale, carving through the space, allowing the front of the body to close slightly. Inhaling to open up the front of the body, gaze goes towards the sky. And as you exhale, just rolling the rib cage forward, finding a little bit of closure there. Be nice, yummy opening and closing of the ribs. And take two more here, inhaling to open. Exhaling to close. Deep inhale to open. And exhale this time, right palm comes down onto the mat. You can come back to square the hips. You can lift up the right toes and push them over to the left back corner of the mat. And then just peek over the left shoulder. You can allow the hips to sort of collapse in together, which will give you a nice sort of opening in the right side body once again. We're getting into some nice rib opening today, which can be good if things feel a little bit heavy. It's also quite grounding. Yeah, so just checking out that left heel, maybe finding a little bit of movement. Sometimes I like to sort of adjust my pelvis, almost as if like these little micro cat-cows. Just seeing how that feels. We'll take one more deep breath in here. And exhaling to let it go. And coming back towards center, you can pass the right leg through the middle and swing it all the way out to 3 o'clock on your little yogi mat clock here. So right out straight towards the right side. You can plant the right palm down into the mat. Inhale the left arm to sweep high. And as you exhale, thread that left arm underneath the body, maybe holding on to the right ankle with the left palm as you lay the shoulder down. Now from here, I like to tent my fingertips of the right hand to give me a little bit more leverage, and then just gently opening up the spine to twist. Yeah, depending on what you need, you might be using this more as a left shoulder opener. Maybe you really want to go into the twist. Or maybe if you press back into the pelvis, you want to get a hamstring stretch on that right leg. It's up to you. Explore a little bit. Your body, your practice, which is so beautiful. Let's take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep, deep breath. And exhaling. Just noticing sometimes how the breath shifts the body. You inhale, it's like this beautiful expansiveness of all of the cells. And exhaling, softening, a deepening, and letting go. One more breath here. Exhaling completely, drawing the palms back onto the mat. You'll press into the right palm and just take a moment to plug that left palm back in. Notice for a moment. And then you can swing the right leg all the way up to the outside of the right palm, and we'll find a little lizard moment here. Yeah, early lizard, so being gentle with yourself. And maybe sometimes I like to do some sort of push-up shoulder rolls. Not necessary. None of this is necessary, just doing what you like with your body. Yeah, as you find this shape, seeing if you can allow the pelvis to melt down. Maybe lifting the heart a little bit higher. And tuck the chin to see how that feels. Maybe arch the chin, the neck. Finding any shoulder or neck rolls, shifting side to side. Take 2 breaths. One more breath here. Exhale, letting it go, tucking the left toes under this time. You can shift the right foot all the way back to the back of the mat, and we're actually finding a down dog, which is the first down dog of the practice. So just finding yourself here. It might feel kind of out of the blue. So just finding maybe some walking from side to side with the feet. Just getting to know this shape for a moment. And then finding some stillness, pressing into the palms, really allowing the shoulder blades to attach to the rib cage. It's a big stabilizer there for you. Pelvis reaches nice and high. You can take a deep breath in. Exhale, letting go. And from your down dog, coming back into that cat wave almost. So tucking the chin into the chest, the pelvis tucks under as you roll yourself out into plank. It's the same motion, almost moving through a cat spine, and then the head is the last to arrive. Plank pose. You can drop the knees down to the mat to untuck the toes, and then just shift the hips back to your child's pose. Rocking the body side to side. Once again, taking a moment. From here, tucking the chin and the tail together, once again, rolling up through your cat spine and finding yourself in your tabletop once again. And move into the left side here. So from here, extending the left leg back this time and pressing the toes into the mat to give yourself a little bit of that nice feedback here. Maybe taking a moment to stretch the back of the left knee. Take one more deep breath in here, pressing into the palms. Exhaling, letting it go. Planting the left heel down, right shin turns out. Right palm plants into the earth as you inhale the left arm high. Reach, reach, reach as you press into the left foot, and then left fingertips reach out and over the head. You can inhale to open up the heart, spinning the rib cage open towards the sky. And exhaling to carve through the space as the rib cage closes gently. Nice opening in the rib cage. Inhale to open the spine. And exhale to carve it forward. Reach out. Let's do 3 more together. Inhale to open the heart as it rolls forward. As you exhale, almost imagining the left lung is like rolling over the heart. 2 more. Inhale, opening. And exhale, carving. 1 more. Inhale to open. And as you exhale this time, planting the left palm down, coming back through center. And then skipping the left foot over the right towards the back right corner of the mat. And just checking out that left heel. Seeing if you can allow the pelvis to be really soft and sort of collapse in on itself so that you can really open up and be adjusting the orientation of the pelvis or the spine as you like. You take 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, softening. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Shifting your weight back towards center and sliding the left toes all the way out and around to 9 o'clock this time, right out towards the left side. And plant that left palm down and inhale the right arm to sweep high. As you exhale, threading the right arm underneath the body, maybe reaching for the right ankle, maybe just laying it end down, whatever works for you. Tenting the left fingertips, and then finding where you want to go with this. Yeah, if you sort of play into that cow spine with the spreading of the pelvis, you can really get into the back of the left hamstring, or you can just lean back into that right shoulder blade and really open up the back of the shoulders. That feels really good too. Take about 3 more deep breaths here together. Deepest breath in. Exhaling, letting go. Deep, deep breath. Exhaling. 1 more deep, deep breath. Exhale, letting it go. You can draw that left palm back underneath the body, and the right palm comes underneath the right shoulder. Just taking a moment to plug the shoulders back into the mat, and then continuing that circle with the left foot all the way to the outside of the left palm. And then allowing the hips to begin to melt forward, finding that yummy lizard. Yeah. Maybe shifting the hips side to side, finding any movement that really serves you. Yeah. Sometimes we enter postures and it's like, oh, this is my least favorite posture. But really, it can be whatever you need it to be. You're just listening to your body and what your body is asking for, and breathing along the way. And I'll take 2 more breaths here together. Deep, deep breath. Deep exhale. Melting, melting, melting. Deep breath in. Exhale, letting it go. You can tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off the ground, and then step yourself back to your down dog. Second down dog. It should feel a little bit different this time, maybe a little bit more even. You're shifting the weight side to side, and finding that nice long spine as you reach the pelvis up for the sky, pressing deep into the palms, shoulder blades attached to the back of the rib cage. Feels good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, belly pulled into the spine. 2 more breaths here. Just enjoying this really yummy, familiar shape. Yeah, 1 more breath. Letting it go. And slowly, 1 step at a time. Maybe challenging yourself to take 10 steps to the top of the mat. And if you can really place the foot down each time that you take a step, allowing the weight to transfer from one foot to the other, just making your way up to the top here. And if you find yourself in your Uttanasana forward fold, just taking a moment, shifting the weight front and back, side to side, and letting the knees be soft, belly soft, holding on to opposite elbows if that feels good to you. Take a deep inhale. Let it go with a sigh. Yeah, 1 more like that. Letting go of the elbows, soft bend in the knees, dropping that same rolling up of the pelvis. Actually, you know what we'll do is we'll stay here and bring the palms to the back of the neck. This is a good one to get through the spine a bit more. So clasping the palms over the back of the neck here, or the back of the skull, can draw the chin and the tailbone together like our nice waves of the spine and begin rolling up through the spine. So the head is super heavy and you really want to stay as compressed as possible as you press into the feet. Eventually, the head will be the last to arrive and you can lift the chin, slight arch in the upper spine here. Feels really wild to come up this way. And from here, allowing the chin to tuck back into the chest and connect the chin and the tailbone once again as you bend the knees slightly and begin to roll back down through the spine. And come all the way back down. We'll just do that 2 more times. It's a really great way to wake up the spine. Yeah, curling in. So really compress chin towards the tailbone here. Really, really condensing the front of the body, opening up the back of the body. And then eventually, as you reach your standing, the elbows open, opening up the chest, pressing into the feet to allow the heart to open. Take a deep breath in up here. Exhaling, letting it go. And then bringing the elbows together, chin tucks in toward the tailbone, reaching, condensing, allowing the body to melt down. We'll do that 1 more time. We'll stay up this time. So chin and tailbone come together. Roll, roll, roll. Feels good in the mid back as well, for me at least. Yeah, opening up the heart towards the sky. And then allowing the palms to release as you find yourself in Tadasana. Maybe closing the eyes for a moment. Just checking in with your Tadasana, this beautiful mountain pose. The beauty of mountain, so deeply connected to the earth. We reach our feet deep within the earth. There's no boundary between the mountain and the earth itself. Yeah, you can embody that in some way. You can root down through the tailbone, belly reaches up into the heart space, open chest. Shoulders are nice and far away from the ears as the back of the neck is super long. Beautiful. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, letting it go. Deep inhale. Exhale, letting it go. Let's make our way through one round of sun self today. You can inhale to reach the arms high above the head. The gaze can meet the fingertips. Exhale, folding forward, creasing at the hips, palms meet the earth. As you inhale, heart lifts for a nice long spine. And exhale, planting the palms, right leg steps back, knee comes to the mat and tuck the toes. Pressing into the earth as you inhale, arms sweep high, reaching high, slight back bend. And as you exhale, palms find the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Finding that nice curl, once again, chin and tail reach together as you roll forward to your plank, pausing here for a moment. As you exhale, belly pulls into the spine, inhaling to press and reach, super activated, strong yogis. Exhale, belly pulls into the spine, one more deep breath. And as you exhale, lowering down knees, chest, chin, or if you're ready, you can go for your chaturanga, elbows pulling into the rib cage. Heart reaches forward as you inhale, cobra or up dog, and exhale to tuck the toes, shifting the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps high, lifting high. Then exhale, stepping between the palms, left knee and toes come down to the mat. Pressing down to reach high as you inhale, right back bend, reach. Exhale, palms come to the mat, stepping forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the gaze to the fingertips. And exhale, palms to the heart. See something in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press into the feet below you. Inhale, arms sweep high, gaze lift. Exhale, folding forward, hips crease, soft spine. Inhale, heart lift. And exhale, planting the palms, left leg steps back, knee comes down onto the mat. Pressing into the earth to inhale, sweeping high, reaching high, open front of the body. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale to roll the spine forward, really tucking, condensing the front of the body, and then opening to find that nice, strong plank. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale, belly pulls into the spine, nice long neck. Deep inhale. And exhale, lowering yourself down, elbows pull into the body. Inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. You can take a deep breath in through the nose as the left leg lifts high. And exhale to step between the palms, right knee and toes come on down to the mat. You can press down here to inhale, the arms sweeping high. And exhale, palms come back down onto the earth. Step yourself on forward, fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the eyes with the fingers. And exhale, palms come to the heart. Take a moment here and check in with yourself. We're moving through our standing series and really just seeing if you can stay inside of this really deep focus. Yeah, it's such a beautiful opportunity to be with ourselves as we step onto the mat, to study this body, to be in this body in this beautiful moving meditation. The mind likes to wander, we just pull it all back. Yeah, you inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the gaze. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for your halfway lift. And exhaling to plant the palms, stepping or hopping to the back of the mat, making your way through a flow as you like. We'll meet in a down dog as you're ready. In your down dog, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose, sealing the lips this time. Let it out through the nose. As you inhale, right leg will sweep high. As you exhale, drawing the knee towards the nose, same cat spine. Curve, curve, curve. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. Exhale, knee comes to the right elbow. Cat spine. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. And as you exhale, knee comes to the left elbow, pausing here, dropping the left heel down, extending that right leg to 9 o'clock this time. Yeah, dropping the hips down as you lift up the right palm, left palm. The right palm is planted. And taking a moment here, I've been playing with this a lot. It's a really nice way to feel the power of the feet. So the pelvis is dropped and it's very buoyant. You could even pooch around a little bit here. From here, pressing into the feet to lift the hips as the left arm reaches high, finding your fallen triangle. Yeah, could go back and forth if you want to explore that a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, heart is opening. Deep breath in. And exhale, left palm comes down onto the mat, stepping back to your down dog. As you inhale, right leg will sweep high. And as you exhale, stepping between the palms, back knee stays lifted this time. Content the fingertips. And as you inhale, reaching the crown of the head forward. It's almost like the left heel is pressing up into the heart. Yeah? These beautiful lines of energy that draw through our body. Pressing into the feet. As you inhale, the arms begin to sweep high, finding your high crescent lunge. And seeing if you can continue to find this sort of internal space, yeah? So the body likes to open naturally, and seeing if we can pull it together. So the left hip is rolling forward towards the right as the right hip pulls back. Fingertips lift high, inhale. Exhale, shoulder blades fall down the back of the body. Deepest breath in. And this time as you exhale, begin twisting to the right. Right fingertips reach towards the back of the mat. Maybe the gaze follows the right fingertips. Take a deep breath in, fingertips reach away, pressing into the earth. Exhale, shoulder blades are soft, hips melt a little deeper. As you inhale, left arm sweeps out and up. Finding a nice open front of the body, slight back bend. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, palms frame that left foot, stepping back, downward facing dog. You can make your way through a flow if you'd like. I'm feeling quite fiery today, but feel free to skip any of the vinyasa if you'd like. We'll meet back in our down dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, feeling the lips. Out through the nose. Inhale, left leg sweeps high. And exhale, knee to nose, curling the spine, really condensing the front of the body. Inhale, left leg sweeps high. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, leg sweeps high. Exhale, knee to the right elbow, pausing, dropping the right heel down, extending the right leg through to 3 o'clock, and dropping the hips once again. Finding that nice buoyant pelvis. Yeah, like you could do anything from this shape. I love it. Yeah, pressing into the feet to then press the hips up. So nice. Right palm reaches high. And find a few breaths here. Yeah, just 2 actually. We're not going to stay here forever. Inhale really deeply, filling the body. Exhaling, heart is opening. One more deep breath in. And exhaling the right palm to the mat, stepping back through down dog. As you inhale, the left leg sweeps high once again. And exhaling, stepping between the palms, right knee stays lifted. Retenting the fingertips, seeing if you can extend the spine. Really nice and long line all the way from the heel to the heart, to the crown of the head. Ooh, feels good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pressing into the feet as you begin to lift on your inhale. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Yeah, finding that really nice sort of pulling together of the body as you draw that right hip forward, left hip pulls towards the center. Fingertips reach high, shoulders are soft. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling completely. Deep breath in. Then exhale, begin twisting to the left this time. Left fingertips reach for the back of the mat. Maybe the eyes follow the left fingertips. Once again, hips pull together. It's like you are trying to squeeze something between your inner thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, shoulders are soft. Inhale, reaching the right fingertips out and up, slight back bend, all the way back. Really nice opening in the right hip. And exhaling, palms will frame that left foot, stepping back, downward dog. Making your way through that flow once again, making through the plank into lowering down, opening the heart, and finding your down dog once again. We won't get too much more crazy wildness. Like to build some heat and then just keep it where it's at. Yeah. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the lips, out through the nose. As you inhale, right leg sweeps high. And exhale, knee to nose, curling through the spine, pausing here. From here, just shifting that left heel down. So it's a nice core moment. So you're drawing that right knee over to the left elbow, dropping the left heel down, extending the right foot through, and finding your fallen triangle. Yeah, skipping that sort of moment in between. You can always drop back down into this, but seeing if you can really find that from an upper place. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, planting that left palm, stepping back down dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. And exhale, stepping between the palms, left knee stays lifted. Pressing down to lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, pressing deep into the feet. Palms begin to sweep high on your next inhale. As you exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale to lift the left fingertips out and up, nice slight back bend. And as you exhale this time, left palm comes down onto the mat, continuing that twist, twisted low lunge here. You inhale, press into the earth, left palm presses down, right fingertips reach high. And exhale to twist from the base of the spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Right fingertips reach out and up over towards the front of the mat. And then they drop onto the mat, toes spin towards the long edge of the mat and finding your Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Yeah, we just did a lot of work with the legs. So slight bend in the knees and shifting the hips side to side, finding a nice sort of internal massage here. Walking the fingertips nice and far out in front of you, keeping that slight bend in the knees, and then allowing the heart to fall between the shoulders. Nice long spine, nice opening in the low back. You can let the head be nice and heavy. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And leaving the left palm where it is, you can take the right palm and reach it over for the left ankle or calf, maybe even onto the heel if you're feeling super Gumby today. You press into the left fingertips. You can begin to turn the spine underneath that left arm and then lean back into this beautiful twist. Yeah, so rather than pulling yourself to the left leg, seeing if you can actually lean yourself back away from the left leg, using that right palm to sort of pull the right side forward, and just lay yourself back here. You play with either bent knees or straight knees, whatever feels good. Maybe your hips are square, maybe they're not. Sometimes I like to say, like, it doesn't really matter what you're doing as long as you know what you're doing. Just listen to what your body is asking for, taking a few more breaths here, really allowing the spine to open and the backs of the hamstrings to be nice and soft. And take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Letting that go, you can walk the palms back through center, maybe finding a halfway lift for a moment. Actually pausing in your halfway lift and seeing if you can bend the knees and just for a moment noticing that yummy cow spine that we found once again, that pressing away of the leg and spreading of the base of the pelvis can feel quite nice on the low spine and the hips. So just take a moment, see if you can find that engagement. Take a deep breath, let it go, and then go ahead and frame that right foot at the top of the mat, stepping on back, finding your downward facing dog, making your way through your flow if you would like, inhaling to plank, exhale to lower the body down, inhale for the heart to reach high, and then exhaling, downward facing dog. Oh, nice. And take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, sealing the lips, out through the nose, and inhaling the left leg to sweep high this time. As you exhale, drawing the knee into the nose, pausing here, and drawing that left knee over to the right elbow as you drop the right heel down, extending that left leg through, just reaching out, finding your fallen triangle. Feels much easier maybe. Might feel more tired, but your body is very smart. We've learned a lot already. Yeah, if you want to go into that, go for it. We'll take 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. 1 more breath, deepest breath. Exhale, right palm to the mat, stepping back down, dog. Inhale, left leg will sweep high. And exhale to step between the palms. Inhale, heart begins to lift, long, long spine. Exhale, pressing into the feet as you inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, right arm reaches out and up, back bend. And exhale, right palm comes to the mat, keeping your twist right there. Now finding this nice low lunge twist. You want to draw the hips together still. Yeah, seeing if you can kind of sort of gather the pelvis together so that you're not swaying the hips open. Should be a nice stretch in the outer left hip as well. You can inhale to press and reach, open the heart. Exhaling fully. 1 more breath. Left fingertips reach out and up over the ear toward the front of the mat. And then just winding yourself all the way down, finding that wide-legged forward fold once again. Toes point in. Heels might be slightly pointed out. Might be a nice thing to try. You can just crawl the fingertips forward. And super long spine. Yeah, I'll do sideways so you can see. So we can reach the spine so long that then it's like the heart actually is melting between the shoulder blades and really reaching the tail behind you. Yeah, the head could stay lifted for a moment, or then you can just gently drop it. I like to shift my hips side to side here. It feels quite nice. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale, letting it go. Leaving the right fingertips where they are this time. Reaching through the left arm to the right heel. And then find what feels good for you in this. Yeah. One of those, it's a multi-purpose posture. Yeah, so you can lift the pelvis a little bit higher and then lean back into the left side body and sort of open up that left shoulder. That's where I like to go with this. Yeah, find this nice twist. Maybe you look up into the sky or to the ceiling. Just take a few breaths here. Maybe a slight bend in the knees. Maybe the hips are square. Maybe they're not. Whatever it is, just check it out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And slowly letting that go. You can paw your way back towards your halfway lift and center. And just find that open pelvis once again as you press the feet away. It's like you're trying to pull the mat into two pieces. Press, 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 opening. Just to see if you can find that nice engagement. And then we'll crawl the way back to frame the left foot, stepping back, finding your downward dog. Making your way through one last flow if you would like. And then we'll meet in a child's pose. How's everybody doing? Feeling good? A little sweaty? I'm sweating. Beautiful. As you find your child's pose, once again, it's the same posture that we began our practice in, which I like to remind myself of. You know, we do so much. We go through so much wildness. We can always return to ourselves. And sometimes all that we just did seems almost like a dream. And that's okay. You know, it's the beauty of the lives that we live. It's everything is so temporary. We just sort of experience it all, and then we can come back to this beautiful home of the self. Just noticing the breath, noticing the effects of this practice as they start to come into the body system and the mind. You can draw the palms back towards the heels. You know, Kishore loves this camel variation. I also love this camel variation. And we'll just do a little bit more heart opening here. So holding onto the heels nice and firm. You can begin by looking up through the eyes. So the neck is the first to lift. And from here, the hips are really rooting down into the heels as you begin to carve the spine up through the space. And you begin to shift the eyes all the way back as you lean back, 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 pressing into the feet as the hips begin to gently unfold and reach forward, finding yourself in camel. Now take 2 breaths in camel. See if you can really press the hips forward, opening up the heart. Oh, feels so nice. And then as you're ready, just gently shifting the hips back towards the heel. Heart stays open. And the torso gently folds over the legs. The head is the last to come back. So beautiful. I'm going to watch you guys do it. You can take maybe 2 more rounds of that, your own breath. See if you can really be so mindful of each and every moment. You lean back, back, back. Beautiful. Carving through space with our bodies. and breathing. Beautiful. Nice, Tatiana. Beautiful, Smita. Pressing, lifting, yes. Good job. You guys are so awesome. And once you've had enough of that, just resting in your child's pose once again. Yeah, if you'd like, that's a beautiful choice, Jody, finding a rabbit pose to counter that if that feels good in the back of the body. You can place the crown of the head, sort of lift the hips off of the ground to find a little bit of opening in the back of the shoulders. If you haven't done that, actually, let's do that all together. So hold on to the heels together and then gently lift up the head, placing the top of the head closer to the knees, and then holding onto the feet nice and tight, just gently lifting up the hips from the heels, opening up the back of the neck and the shoulders. Feels so good. Just take a deep breath in. And exhale to soften the hips back down and let that go. You can bring the forehead back down onto the earth. Yummy. You can bring the palms underneath the shoulders and just roll up gently through the spine. And shift the hips to one side and extend the legs out in front of you. We'll find been really into this seated Padangusthasana. I feel like it's a really nice way to find some compression. So you can shift the seat side to side. Nice bend in the knees as you draw the toes back in a flex. And just to find our long spine first, you can extend the arms up high and seeing if you can root down through the tailbone and like feel the length of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. I like to do a little bit of rocking. I don't know what that's about. Reaching up nice and high. And then from here, it's like your armpits want to chomp on your knees. So you want to see if you can bring the knees a little bit closer. You can find the armpits on the knees. And then the palms will meet the bottoms of the feet. Yeah, so you might have to sort of crawl the armpits on top of the knees here. And then what we're going to do is find a nice compression. So I can't do the neck part because then I can't cough. But what you want to do is pull the head back into the neck and then draw the chin into the chest. So it's like this really deep compression in the front of the neck. And then you'll be folding forward. And then from there, you can find that now. I won't do that part, so I can continue talking to you guys. Find the compression in the neck, and then gently press into the balls of the feet into the palms, which will pull the armpits over the knees here. Yeah, really great compression. We'll just take 3 breaths here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, pressing, pulling, super condensed, pressing, pulling, inhale. Exhaling, deepest breath in. And as you exhale, letting go of that pressure and just walking the hips back, maybe walking the heels forward. You can find yourself in just a nice casual forward fold. Yeah, just letting that go, letting the chin fall, letting the back of the neck be soft, like that casual forward fold. Yeah, just taking a few breaths. You can even let the legs sort of splay open if that feels good. You have open hips like myself. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, letting it go. Deepest breath. Exhale, letting it go, walking the palms back towards the feet to roll it through the spine. We'll get into the hips a little bit here. So shifting the hand or the weight back into the hands for a moment. Maybe the hips scoot forward. You can bring the feet onto the mat and drawing the right ankle over the left knee. You can walk the palms up towards the body. We'll find this seated variation of pigeon. This is kind of nice because you can have as much control over it as you like. The closer you bring your palms in, the more intense it's going to be on that right outer hip. So if you want to maybe take it a little easy, just drawing the hands back a little farther. You could also bring that left foot in if you'd like to be super condensed here. And I just like to find a little bit of a rock before we find stillness. Yeah, when you pull it over to the left side, that's where it's going to be the most intense. So it's kind of nice to just test it out, see what's going on here. So take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just finding yourself in a place you'd like to hang out for about 5 to 10 breaths. Yeah, maybe closing the eyes. If you draw the chin into the chest, it might make it a little more intense, which is kind of nice. Just take a moment with yourself here. Yeah, this is a pretty internal posture. We're sort of bowing to ourselves as we open up this beautiful space of the hips, honoring our legs that take us so many places. It's so beautiful. Just seeing if we can allow the breath to weave its way through the muscles, softening. And we do all of these beautiful asanas. And then the breath is what allows all of the stuff that we stir up to move out of our system. Take a deep breath in together. Exhale, letting it go. Deepest breath. Exhale, letting go just a little bit more. One more breath here. And slowly shifting the weight back into the palms. You can extend that right leg out in front of you, left leg out in front of you, and just give them. You guys know if you've taken my class, I like to shake my legs a lot. Feels really good. And just give them a good shake, letting the flesh of the legs really just be soft, stirring of everything down there. And take a deep breath in while you're doing this. Exhale, letting it go, and then slowly let go of that motion. Just enjoy that sensation. Yeah. Do the other side as you're ready. So planting the feet, and finding your way back there. One leg might be much tighter than the other. That is so perfect. Yeah, that's what makes us human, is that we have like these sort of unique things that run through us. I know for myself, my left hip is much tighter than my right, so celebrate it a little bit. Give it a little smile, maybe. Yeah, shifting side to side as you find this, sort of finding your edges. Maybe sending some breath into some places that are a little bit like, yeah, that doesn't feel so yummy perhaps, but it feels something. Yeah, and that's okay. Eventually finding yourself somewhere that you'd like to hang out for 5 or more breaths. Maybe drawing the chin into the chest. That just sort of pulls the back of the body to open a little bit more. I like to hum when I breathe because the vibrations of sound can also be a vehicle to carry out stuck energy and sort of anything that's stagnant. We want to breathe, and if you're comfortable, you can hum or use sound. It feels quite nice. It's a bit of a relief for the body. It can also be quite comforting. Yeah. As we let go of these things within our hips, particularly, it can be quite intense. The hips really do carry so much. This is like our home base. Our pelvis is such a powerful place of our own identity and our sort of sense of security. So if we begin to let things go here, it can be kind of overwhelming. So just sit with what comes as you are here. And see if you can soften a little bit more. And take 3 breaths together. Take a deep breath in. Letting it go. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. 1 One more breath together. Inhale. And letting it go. And shifting your way out of this, extending that left leg long, right leg long. And either finding that same sort of bouncing, or you can find a nice sort of wag in the hip sockets here. And take a deep breath in, letting it go, and letting that sort of fade away. Walking the palms back up towards the feet. You can draw the knees or feet onto the mat. They're holding onto the knees or extending the arms. Just taking about 15 seconds or more to roll down to the mat. Feeling your own time, listening to your body as it works for you. This is so nice, so powerful. We're so strong even when we feel like it's hard. Yeah, that's actually just our bodies being brilliant. Eventually, the spine will meet the mat. And heel to the feet to the outside of the mat, knees can fall together, palms rest on the belly. Just enjoy that space. So nice. Heel turning the feet back towards about hip width apart. Can reach forward and touch the heels. They're nice and close. And move through 3 rounds of bridge. And you're welcome to make your way through a wheel for the second or third round if you'd like. So as you find your weight pressing and pouring into your feet, you can begin to peel the hips off of the ground and see if you can really reach the pelvis for the crown of the head. The heart reaches forward, beautiful. Really reaching high, taking a deep breath in at the top here. Exhaling to press into the feet even more. Knees are slightly pulling together. You're holding a grapefruit. You don't want to smush it, but you want to hold on to it. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling to roll the spine back down towards the earth. You can either take that again, or you can move into your full wheel if that serves you at your own time. Just making your way. Beautiful. Can you pull your knees together a little bit more? Yeah, there you go. Really allowing the breath to pass through you. Lowering the body back down, taking a moment. And either choosing one more round of your choice, bridge or full wheel, or hanging out. Nice. Just taking 2 breaths here. Lowering the body back down. Beautiful. You can draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze, rocking the body side to side, giving a nice massage to the low spine and the kidneys. You can let the knees drop to one side, find a nice twist. Nice and easy. It doesn't have to be anything too codified or wild. Just allowing the spine to sort of relax and open just for a couple of breaths. As we wind down this practice, just noticing as we begin to allow ourselves to be received by the earth below us. Drawing the knees back into the chest and dropping them to the other side. Yeah, the amount of effort and activity that we are asking of ourselves is sort of winding down. We begin to allow for a softer place of being. And the breath perhaps can flow a bit more easily as we are soft. And drawing the knees back into the chest, finding one nice last squeeze. If there's any other final postures that your body is calling for, say go for it in the last minute or so. Maybe happy baby, if you have an inversion practice that you'd like to go for. Beautiful choices. And if you're ready, the Shavasana is yours. We've done a lot of work throughout our entire lives, really. And Shavasana is a this beautiful moment. It's very similar to that moment that we go above the clouds. Nice job, Robert. That moment that we begin to witness. And when we witness, it's not that we leave. I know when I first started sort of exploring this, I sort of had this internalized fear that I was leaving my life if I was going to witness my mind. Am I still going to engage with it? And of course we are. We are human and we're bound to this material world, but we can take these beautiful moments to just witness this beautiful body that really is so incredibly powerful. Beautiful, Francis. And as we lay in our Shavasana, we're able to witness the natural wisdom, the innate wisdom of our bodies as we just are here. As we find this space of stillness, we can allow the body to be held. We can allow the space where the body meets the earth to be soft. And the air simply rests on our skin. We are here, letting go and simply being. And gently drawing the breath back into the body, allowing the air to fill and pour into the space that you've created. And drawing some movement into the fingers and the toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe reaching the arms overhead, opening up, enjoying this body of yours, finding your way to one side, and pausing there for a moment, allowing the bones to fall once again. And as you're ready, pressing into the earth and rolling your way up to find a closing seat. Palms can meet in prayer. And eyes can stay soft or closed. This beautiful space of quiet that we find within ourselves, within our practice, is always there for us. And sometimes we take a step away to witness. It's a beautiful opportunity to see all that has happened and to know that it will continue and that we will continue and this space will continue to be within us. A moment of gratitude for this beautiful system that we are a part of, that our bodies fall into, and beautiful gratitude for the power that we hold within. A deep breath in through the nose, letting it out through the mouth. Inhaling for Om. Om. Bowing the chin to the chest, honoring all that has come before us, all of the unknown that is yet to come, and all that is with us in each and every moment. Thank you for a beautiful practice. Namaste.